From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Fire breaks out overnight on the south side of Indianapolis. Now on Daybreak, we have new information about the people who were inside the home at the time.
A man is shot and killed on the east side, where police say they found the victim, and the latest on a series of Sunday shootings.
Pacers come home at last with questions about the health of their All-Star. Also, what's happening this morning with tickets for All-Star events.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. When it comes to what kind of romance you're into, you don't have to choose just one. Fancy a dalliance with a duke, or maybe a steamy billionaire. You could find a book boyfriend in the city and another one tearing it up on the hockey field. And if nothing on this earth satisfies, you can always find love in another realm. Discover modern rom-coms from authors like Lily Chu and Ali Hazelwood, the latest romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas and Rebecca Yarros, plus Regency favorites like Bridgerton and Outlander. And of course, all the really steamy stuff. Your first great love story is free when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com/Wondery. That's audible.com/Wondery.
Good Monday morning to you. It's the 18th of December, 1 week till Christmas.
A day to keep an eye on the forecast and what it might mean for your drive, so we'll check in with Tara Hastings with that in just a few minutes.
Temperature-wise, we're above freezing. You step outside and you realize, well, that's not nearly enough to be nice, Marcus.
No, I mean, it's obviously much colder than what we've been used to. And here's, just want to add to it, this is probably the warmest part of the day. Unfortunately, right? It's going to get more windy, and I know we've talked a lot about over the weekend, there's going to be some chances for some scattered snow showers, and maybe later this afternoon, a couple of bursts that could limit visibility and kind of slick up the road. So let's walk you through things here. I think the morning drive is going to be just chilly and blustery, but dry for the most part. I know we do have some damp roads, so do keep that in mind, but I don't expect any ice or anything like that. Mid-30s across the entire state right now. Like I said, this is the warmest part of the morning. It's just going to gradually get colder. I think it's a sharp decline, but we've had this cold front that worked through the state overnight. So now we have more of a northwest flow. So we're opening the door to that Canadian air, and that's going to ride over the relatively warmer water of Lake Michigan. That's going to fire up the lake effect snow machine. We're already starting to see some of those snow showers up around South Bend here this morning. Storm Track 8 Futurecast, as we go hour by hour. By 9 a.m., you can notice, again, very hit and miss with some of the snow showers. I think anytime, let's say from lunchtime and then heading into mid-evening, fair game that we could get some what we call snow squalls. Kind of think of them like thunderstorms that we get in the spring and summer, right? Quick downpours, or in this case, it would be quick bursts of snow, some of the darker blue shades you see there. I think those are going to be mainly confined to the northeastern corner of the state, but we could have an isolated burst around the metro. I don't want to rule it out. And that could include the afternoon drive. That could really slow things down. But you can see, in terms of snow accumulation, it's really going to be way up north where we see anything over 1 inch of snowfall. There could be a thin band where we could see 3+. And there are winter storm warnings in place just east of South Bend as a result. But I don't think that's going to get farther south. But places like Muncie and Winchester, Marion, Hartford City, you could get maybe a ½ inch to 1 inch of snowfall if you get a couple of decent bursts. For the rest of the state, falling temperatures, really blustery winds and nasty wind chills, lower 30s by around 5 o'clock, and wind chills will likely be into the upper teens. We'll quiet down tonight, but boy, does it set the stage for a really cold morning tomorrow. We're going to talk about that, and as advertised, we've talked about the last couple of weeks looking ahead to the holiday weekend, pretty mild, maybe wet conditions leading into Christmas weekend. We'll break it down in my 8-day forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
Fire sends 2 people to the hospital. According to IFD, the fire started about 12:45 this morning on the back patio of a home near Stop 11 and Madison Avenue. Firefighters say 2 men and their mother were there when it happened. 2 of them had to go to the hospital after inhaling smoke. IFD says the pair is in good condition. A man is dead after a shooting on the east side of Indianapolis. Police say it happened yesterday evening near 34th and Emerson. Officers say they heard someone calling for help from inside an apartment, got the door open, and found the victim inside. Paramedics took him to the hospital, but he later died. So far, there's no word of any arrests. Police have arrested 1 person in a Sunday night shooting just west of downtown Indianapolis. Officers found the victim about 7 o'clock on Warren Avenue, north of I-70. Paramedics took him to the hospital in serious condition. We're working to get more information about what happened there.
Police say a teen is seriously hurt after an accidental shooting near Walmart on the city's south side. Officers found the 17-year-old outside the store near US 31 and Southport Road at around 1:15 yesterday afternoon. Investigators say they spoke with and released a person of interest who they think is responsible for the shooting. The teen was taken to the hospital in critical condition. 3 people are recovering, and police are searching for 2 others after a deadly crash involving an ambulance on the northwest side. Police say it happened early Sunday morning near Michigan Road and Kessler Boulevard. We first told you the story as breaking news yesterday on Weekend Daybreak. IMPD says a pickup truck lost control and crossed the center line into the path of the ambulance. The truck's passenger was ejected and killed. Then a blue SUV was hit in the aftermath. Police say 2 people in that SUV ran from the scene. Both of the other drivers and the ambulance's passenger were taken to the hospital. We don't know their conditions. We want you to be able to track crime whenever and wherever it happens here in Indianapolis, so you can grab your phone and scan the QR code that is on your screen. That will take you to the Crime Watch 8 section on wishtv.com. There you can find this map that you see here and see if there's been any violence in your neighborhood.
Happening today, sentencing is set for a Central Indiana social media scammer. The judge will decide whether to accept a plea agreement between prosecutors and Megan Stoner. Investigators say starting just more than 2 years ago, Stoner used Facebook to list phony rental properties in Fishers and scammed at least 4 people. The agreement calls for 1 year in jail and 1 year of probation on charges that include corrupt business influence, fraud, and theft.
Your statewide news network covers Evansville, where 2 police officers are hurt after an attack over the weekend. That's according to the Fraternal Order of Police. The union posted on Facebook saying the pair were responding to a domestic violence call Sunday when they were deliberately and violently attacked. The FOP says their injuries are serious and could have lifelong effects. It is not clear how they were hurt or what led up to the attack. The FOP is now calling for community support and says this underscores the dangers officers face daily while keeping Evansville safe.
We could find out this week who will the next police chief in Indianapolis be. Randall Taylor announced Friday he's stepping down by the end of the year. Taylor says he wants to spend the next 2 years in a different role before he retires fully, possibly helping families of crime victims. Taylor says he made the decision after a meeting with Mayor Joe Hogsett last week.
My prayer honestly was that God, please just make it clear how long I need to be in this position. And the mayor helped out. He decided he was going to go a little different route, probably come the beginning of the year.
Taylor has been with IMPD for 36 years and took over as chief in 2020.
This is a big morning if you want to go to some of the events surrounding the NBA All-Star Game in Indianapolis in February. Tickets for the practice events go on sale at 10 a.m. The tickets include practice sessions, the Rising Stars game, and the Celebrity Game. You will also have a chance to enjoy the NBA crossover at the Indiana Convention Center. Game tickets and the Saturday night events at Lucas Oil Stadium have already been sold. It all leads up to the All-Star Game on February 18th.
We will be watching to see if Tyrese Halliburton returns to the Pacers lineup tonight. Halliburton missed Saturday night's game against Minnesota with a bruised right knee. Pacers have lost 3 straight games. Tonight's game against the Clippers tips at 7 o'clock. In Colts Watch, the team has a grasp on a playoff spot with 3 games left in the season. Standings as of this morning, the Colts hold the 3rd and final wild card. Look at your screen, you'll see they have the same 8-6 record as Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Houston. Saturday's win over Pittsburgh did push the Steelers lower in playoff contention.
Fired IU football coach Tom Allen may be back on the Big Ten sidelines next fall. The Associated Press reports that Penn State is preparing to name him as the team's defensive coordinator. IU fired Allen last month after 8 seasons. He was 33-49 with the Hoosiers. Allen led IU to bowl games in 2016, 2019, and 2020. 2 Indianapolis natives are now NCAA volleyball champions after their school won the title for a 2nd year in a row. The University of Texas beat Nebraska in 3 sets this weekend. Roncalli High School graduate Emma Halter and Asia O'Neal are both celebrating their team's triumph. O'Neal is the daughter of former Indiana Pacers standout Jermaine O'Neal. Take a look at the video. We're going to show it soon. You can see she hugs her dad. There it is. It's a sweet moment. And she was asked about the emotional embrace with her dad after that win.
She really just told me this is like the epitome of trusting the process. As you know, like I was injured and we had a rocky start throughout the season. It was the most challenging season by far since I've been in college, and just being able to trust the process and come out with an incredible win like this just is like the cherry on top.
Tears of joy. Both Halter and O'Neal were named to the All-Star Tournament team after that victory.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.